I would say that for the CFI material, so it's really good for, like some, new learners if they want to break in the industry, or, like some university, students if they want, like more practical experience about industry, but it's also good for people in the industry already. Hi, my name is Heiki. So I'm based in New York. So I've been working in Asia and also US in the past 10 years. So I think finance is really exciting. So whether that is, like personal finance or corporate finance, like we cannot, like live without, finance, money. So there's a lot of like changes in the finance space, like personal level or, like at the corporate, like border level. So I think that is a very dynamic and also interesting place to be. I spent the past 10 years in consulting, so working with different financial institutions to carry out transformations and also changes, within the bank. So I've touched on different sectors and also, segments such as, like insurance, commercial banking, capital market, and also personal banking, wealth management. I've got 3 certificates, so including the wealth management, commercial banking, and also like capital market. So I've touched on all these segments when I was a consultant. So it's really good to revisit, all the concept and see how things has changed. For like the certificates, so I think like all of them are really practical. So just to add that, so I have international background, so it's good to see, like some of the, nuances. So for example, the types of, like insurance product, like life insurance and also health insurance. So the products are quite different in Asia as compared to like North America. And also like for the accounting policy. So when I was in Hong Kong, so it was IFRS, and in the US we have GAAP. So it's really good to see, how they like mean in different industry now that I've, moved to a new region. So I learned a lot and enjoyed it. When I was working in consulting, so like we will be working with like different kinds of, like clients. So sometimes, for example, I might not have worked in private banking, or I might not have, for instance, like working, like capital markets. So you really have to, like get that product knowledge and also, like full understanding about, the industry and also like different line of business and also like different functions in a short time. So I feel like taking, like all these certificates, so it's really good to revisit and also like strengthen, my foundation. I think getting, like international, certification is kind of like, telling people that we, like speak the same language. So sometimes you can tell people, hey, I've worked in, like commercial banking, but it means different thing for different people. But so for the certification, so there's a lot of, like training, and also you have to take the test. So it really means that like it's practical knowledge and also really, a comprehensive understanding in terms of like the product, like the organizations and also like the trends. So I think it really means a lot. So like when people see, the certification, they know, okay, so this is, professional qualification. I like that for CFI. So like once you have got the membership, so you can take, like how many, like courses in different, specializations that you want. So it's not just, like tied or, like bind to, like one specific domain. So for my case, so I took courses in commercial banking, capital market, wealth management. I also took some courses in fintech, Excel. I also have created my own, like robot advisor. So I think that's really fun. So it's really diverse and there's so many options. I find out about CFI on LinkedIn. So I saw like some of my work connections, so that I've got the certification. So that's why, like I just, like learn more and think that I should, also take some. I really enjoy, like the courses. So like they talk about, like some fundamental, like information, like the product, like organizations. But at the same time, so it's really well structured, and you can take, like the courses, at your own pace, like whenever you have time. So I also like that they have like practical, like use cases, like focusing on the financial institutions. So I've done quite a lot of, Excel, like modeling in the past. But I remember I was doing, one of the courses on FP&A. So that was like the binary switch. So that's something that I've never, like used before. But I think I can, employ, like this new technique when I'm going to build new models going forward. I remember taking some courses in the commercial banking segment. So I was working with one of the clients to digitize the entire credit applications. So having a real understanding about like how underwriter do their, underwriting. So when they look at, the credit application, so what are the considerations? So having that really, comprehensive understanding about entire credit applications. So it really helped me, having a better conversation and discussion with the client to see how we can digitize the process and also make it more efficient. I'm a heavy user of Excel, so before, taking the CFI courses, so I kind of have an understanding about, what the good practices are, but they're also like something new that add into, like my vocabulary or like my library. So, for example, how to, like boost and also make it easier for people to follow, like the traceability, and also how we can, track, like the functions, like the formulas consistency, like easily, so that we can, like do self-audit or, like check issues of, like the teamwork easier. So, I really enjoy, like all the new learnings and also new knowledge from, the trainings. I think it's great to, refresh, like the traditional knowledge, like the understanding about like the financial products and also financial services. And at the same time to look at, like the newer, angles, like how fintech has changed, the industry. So getting the understanding and also like sharing with my team. So I think it has really helped us to stay on top of, like the market and also the industry. I would say give it a try. So I know that there are some, like free courses available. So take them and see whether you enjoy, like learning, whether you find, the material useful, whether you really want to get certifications or not. Just one thing to add, so you can, take the courses, finish your certifications, at your own pace. So that's something that I really like about it, but it's going to be different for everyone. I love that. So CFI is always, like creating new content. So I just saw an email earlier today. So I think that is something new about like AI and also, like the insurance, industry. So when I have to make a decisions about whether I'm going to purchase a membership or a course, so I always think about, so whether there's new content, like coming in. So I love that, for CFI. So like even I've purchased like my membership, some time back, but there's still, like new content coming in to reflect, like what's happening in the market. So that's really a big, plus for me. Having a CFI Bingo certification, so I can put it on LinkedIn, my resume. So it's kind of like telling people that, hey, we speak the same language. So even if I have not, like worked in-house, like inside, for example, like commercial banking or capital market. But, having the certification, it tells people that I, like took the effort, took the time to really learn about, the industry and also different products and also the organization. So I think it is a good testimonial. I would say that for the CFI material, so it's really good for, like some, new learners if they want to break in the industry, or, like some university, like students if they want, like more practical experience about industry. But it's also good for people in the industry already. So like when you're taking the courses, you challenge yourself. So like what is the new knowledge, how you can apply it, like in your day-to-day, operations. So I really recommend people, like giving a try on, the CFI courses.